to our new building. We're going to start with the Pledge of Allegiance led by Miss Amy Patton, principal at Liberty Elementary School, and then we'll have a moment of silence. If you would please stand.
Good evening, everyone. Please join me for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, so tonight we're going to start with our recognitions and good news awards. So, as always, we start with our Student Artist of the Month. We hope they are here. Oh, yeah, there he is. All right, Student Artist of the Month is Silas Hyatt, age 6, from Franklin Elementary School. As he comes forward, we'll tell you about his artwork, which you can also see on the screens. Franklin Special District Artist of the Month for February is kindergarten Silas Hyatt. Silas created this colorful masterpiece in Jennifer Alvarado's art class at Franklin Elementary. In class, students learned about Vincent van Gogh and studied his famous Starry Night painting. They created their own Starry Night inspired by paintings using small brushstrokes to create movement in the nighttime sky. They also learned about symmetry using four pastels to draw and decorate butterflies with a watercolor finish to create a resist. The butterflies were cut out and added to the paintings, and we all agree the finished product is simply dazzling. Silas' artwork, along with the work of several other Franklin Elementary artists, is on display at the central office. Thank you to Chuck Sugg of Sonic Drive-In for his support for Student Artists of the Month program by helping us recognize, celebrate FSD student arts talents with his generous gift of a $15 Sonic card each month. And thank you, Mr. Silas. I think Silas is ready for Sonic. I also like to recognize several people we have in the audience at this time. To my left is a longtime friend and board member, Ms. Cheryl Mays from the Metro Nashville Public School Board. Ms. Cheryl. And I know there are several members of the Leadership Franklin class who are with us this morning. If you would wave or stand and say hello. We got several. They will be getting credit for attending the meeting tonight. So it means you have to stay. No, you're free to leave. All right. And we're also thankful as tonight is a special night. We will be giving tenure. So we'd love to see the families who are here tonight. So thankful. All right. At this time, public input. There's a podium to my right. Is there anyone here for public input? You state your name and your address, please, sir.
Yeah, I'm Samuel Hunter.
Okay.
My daughter lives here at 1166 Hunter's Way.
Let me inform you, Mr. Hunter, 3 minutes and the board is not coming back.
Thank you for the
Thank you,
generous
sir.
time. I'm very pleased to speak to the esteemed board. I'm had children in the Franklin School District for the past 30 years, and I've been raising children for 50. My daughter is a kindergartner. She is at Moore Elementary, and I'm here tonight because the policies of the district have prevented her from having an evaluation for an IEP, despite the fact she has documented learning disability, and the district is aware of her disability. This is apparently because I am not the full-time father, and I live outside of the FSD, and her mother disagrees. And this is that upon the allegation of a learning disability, a child is entitled to a comprehensive evaluation, not a limited evaluation and a piecemeal intervention, which I'm very grateful for because she needs it. But I'm very disappointed that my daughter's been denied that, and I think it is the appropriate purview of the board when such a matter occurs that they review the policies to assure that they're in line with state and federal law. And in the case this is not, and having presented multiple court orders to the administration, they have declined to provide her with that entitlement. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate you coming in. Is there anyone else for public input? Not seeing no one, we declare that public input is now closed. Thank you. Reports, presentations, and discussions. Teaching and learning. Dr. Decker.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Tonight, the TNL Spotlight shines on our new communication platform, relatively new. It was implemented over the summer, Parent Square. In your board packet, you have the detailed spotlight describing Parent Square. Well, it said that a picture paints 1,000 words, so hopefully this brief video will do the same for Parent Square.
You can sign up to bring in RSVP. Appreciate it. Please give these to your school community support. Using Parent Square, you can also chat directly with a teacher or staff member using our messages feature. This keeps all communication in one place without the need of additional directories or email addresses. We also have a personalized calendar to keep you up to date with school events, and our photo library stores all photos that have been shared over the course of the year. Thank you for joining Parent Square. Register your account, download the app, and start interacting with your school community today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any questions for Dr. Decker? No questions? Thank you, Dr. Decker. Dr. Gasslinger?
Yes, good evening, everyone. In your board packet, you have a very brief construction report, finishing up one item, and that is this facility. That also is in its final stages of the punch list, and we currently have no other major bond-funded projects in the works right now. So that was a rather brief report. If you have any questions, we'd be glad to answer them.
Thank you, sir. Any questions for Dr. Gasslinger? Seeing None. Thank you, sir. All right. Today we started the Tennessee School Board Association Legislative and Legal Institute, which is being held here in Franklin at the Franklin Marriott, and several board members were able to attend on today. It also goes into tomorrow, so most of us will be attending tomorrow as well. But if there's anyone who wants to speak to the sessions that they attended to today, we'll now open up the floor for that.
I'll just share that the majority of the session today was on AI and different model policies surrounding that, which was very interesting. I'm sure we'll be discussing it more as we develop those policies. It was very informative.
And the second presentation was on SROs and how we as schools can work with the SROs. And Robin was sitting next to me saying, you know, the FSD, we could actually do this session because we do it right. And then they asked for comments and then really told the whole group again how well we work with our SROs. So it's a good day today. Did I get a name back there from you? Very good, very good.
I just also wanted to say that it's very affirming to be able to have conversation with other school board members across the state and have and hear what's happening in their school districts. And it's also a blessing. That was how I was able to interact with Cheryl Mays, who is a part of Metro. And once again, it's such a privilege to be a school board member for our district and to be able to be a part of some great best practices.
Thank you. Any other comments? I thought the AI session was incredible, and that's something that we're going to be looking into. So it was a good session to get some great information out. Thank you. All right. Over the past 2 weeks, we had School Board Appreciation Week, and really enjoyed our time doing that every year. We're just so appreciative to get to come into the schools and get breakfast and get lunch and get to be on TV and all those good things that happen to you and get all those cards we get to read. And so if there's anyone who wants to share about that, let's do so.
I started off. I had the pleasure, because there's only 6 of us, we have more schools than that. Every once in a while, you get to go to more than one school. That was my opportunity this time. So we started off first with Franklin Elementary and had a great time. By contract, I always wear both types of Franklin Elementary. I lived up to it. It's not really true, but anyway, we did that. We had a great time. We got to have breakfast with the teachers and meet all the teachers there. It was on their 101st day. If you would have had them 100th day, they all dressed up like they're 100 years old. So, oh wow! Which you say to the camera, to the microphone, just said I would have fit in.
So you fit in. We got it. You fit in.
And then the very next day, I had the opportunity to spend time at Freedom Middle School, where I got a chance to meet the students of the month. And what a great group, Dr. Farm and everyone. I enjoyed it. They're so bright. They speak so freely. It was a great practice getting to hear them speak. So it was a great, as always, a great school board appreciation work for me.
I was able to go to Liberty, and I had a great time. We work full time, and so it's rare for me to actually have a chance to get into the schools. And it was there for breakfast, and it was just nice sitting down for a moment and sitting down with teachers and staff and just hearing all the wonderful things. And I feel like we are in a special district because pretty much everywhere you go, you're going to hear positive things. It's not a rare thing. There's a lot of positive, beautiful things happening in our district. And that time with teachers and staff is invaluable. Just hearing that perspective, because I get to see this side, but to hear that. Then, of course, morning announcements. And Ms. Patton on morning announcements just brings a whole different level of joy. okay. I was like a little intimidated, but I just had a great time. Thank you, Liberty, for hosting me so well.
I was at Moore Elementary, and as well, just a wonderful time. Got to have breakfast, got to be on TV with the students as they interviewed me. It also gave me a framed picture that I can hang in my office, and I think I really like the pictures that they draw of me. They vary, but uh, so so it's good to see I have range. So anyway, it was it was a great time. It was a great time.
I was honored to be able to go to Johnson Elementary, and I'm so appreciative not only to be able to see some of the teachers that educated my children, but to hear that they are still continuing to the level of excellence that I was privileged to be a part of as a parent. And that was one of the big reasons why I was very interested in being a part of the school board, was because I was able to have an opportunity to give back, to express appreciation for all that and done for my children. And one of the interviewing questions was, what is something that is so special about going into the classroom and seeing the teachers? And it was such an honor, and it was just a no-brainer to be able to say, I go into the classroom when invited, and I am able to look a teacher in the eye and thank them for educating our children. And it was just another reason why Franklin Special is such an incredible district.
And I met with the Bulldog Council at Freedom Intermediate over some mini miniature donuts. What do you call those? Small donuts. Those are awesome. And some coffee. And I had coffee. They did. But we talked about some higher thinking things relative to education. They asked me about the aerospace program that we have. They asked me about this building. We talked about, someday one of the members sitting at the table there could be the first human on Mars. So I encouraged them to think big, think bold, and we had a great time. And they asked about this building too, which shows that they're being coached greatly.
Last but not least, I went to Poplar Grove Elementary and Middle School, which was great. I had a great time being interviewed by the fourth graders on camera, which was fun. And then in the middle school, I got to meet with eighth grader leaders, and that was really interesting. They explained their house program at Poplar Grove Middle, which is really a neat program. I will say I had a great time at both schools. I got a lot of cards, and they said, you've been on board a really, really, really long time. They all said it, so I'm like, well, I must be getting old here. It was great. They were so sweet and encouraging. I will say the eighth graders that I got to meet with at Poplar Grove Middle, they asked very good questions. They're obviously very good critical thinkers, and they want to know a lot about what can a board do, what can a board not do. They had some really good thoughtful questions, which I appreciated.
And Mr. Blair, I wanted to thank all your board members for participating in that, because our schools, they love to show how much they appreciate the work that you do on behalf of our students and our employees. So thank you for that. And for all of you principals and schools, thank you for helping to show appreciation to our board members. So let's give everybody a round of applause.
Sir. Now on to approve the board agenda with any changes.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chair. And item 2, where it says surplus property authorization for 507 New Highway 96 West Building Lot, would like to add on to that item the also publishing the legally required notices, and also to empower the real estate committee or authorize the real estate committee to negotiate a listing agreement with brokers.
All right, sir. So is there an approval of the board agenda with the addition that Dr. Snowden has added to item number 2?
Motion approved.
Motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? All in favor? Thank you. Approval of consent agenda. Is there a motion to approve? Mr. Stillings, is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Townsend, any comments and questions? We all approve? We are approved. Thank you, sir. Business before the board. Dr. Snow.
Yes, sir. Thank you. It is a special evening, as already been stated. We have 12 teachers tonight who are being recommended for tenure. That's always exciting. We congratulate you on the work you've done to get to this point in your career with the Franklin Special District. And we have some wonderful videos where our principals are going to introduce those teachers. So we'll do that first before we take any votes.
Dr. Snowden and FSD board members, it is my honor to recommend Mrs. Lauren Smith for tenure status in the Franklin Special District. Mrs. Smith is currently serving as a pre-K teacher at Johnson Elementary. She began her teaching journey in Clarksville, Tennessee, where she taught second grade. She also gained valuable experience as a pre-K assistant, pre-K interim teacher, and preschool teacher at WEMAC for several years. Following her tenure at WEMAC, she joined Moore Elementary as a kindergarten teacher before finding her professional home at Johnson Elementary. Mrs. Smith is a native of Franklin, Tennessee, and graduated from Independence High School. Mrs. Smith consistently demonstrates her dedication to fostering a nurturing and engaging learning environment for her students. Her passion for teaching shines through in the creative, interactive lessons she delivers daily. Her diverse classroom benefits from her ability to communicate in both Spanish and English, ensuring every student feels included and supported. Mrs. Smith extends her dedication to student success by tutoring in the Gentry's Educational Foundation program. One of Mrs. Smith's greatest strengths is her commitment to building meaningful relationships with her students and their families. She makes it a priority to understand her students' interests, backgrounds, and academic needs, fostering a sense of belonging and trust. Mrs. Smith is an exceptional teacher. Her dedication, professionalism, and impact on our school community make her a valuable asset to both Johnson Elementary and the district as a whole. Dr. Snowden and FSD board members, it is my pleasure to recommend Dr. Jessie Golson for tenure status in the Franklin Special District. Dr. Golson has completed her 5th year of teaching at Johnson Elementary, where she began her career as a second grade teacher before transitioning to 3rd grade. Dr. Golson is a passionate and student-centered educator who understands the unique needs of each individual learner in her classroom. She creates an environment where students feel valued, safe, and inspired to learn. Her engaging lessons and hands-on activities foster a genuine love of learning among her students, while her thoughtful integration of technology enhances the educational experience. If you visit her classroom, you'll find a welcome and vibrant space, complete with their beloved class pet, Blossom, who freely hops around, adding joy to the learning environment. Dr. Golson works closely with her colleagues to explore and implement best practices. Her commitment to her students extends beyond the classroom. She tutors as a part of the Gentry's Educational Foundation program, exemplifying her dedication to supporting student growth and learning. Dr. Golson consistently goes above and beyond for her students. In 2003, she nominated one of her students for the Governor's Early Literacy Foundation, and her nomination resulted in her student being one of only 10 student winners statewide. Additionally, her students participated and won the Take a Titan to School program, showcasing her ability to inspire and motivate her class to pursue unique opportunities. Dr. Golson's passion for teaching, dedication to her students, and collaborative spirit make her an invaluable asset to Johnson Elementary and the FSD.
It is my pleasure to recommend Morgan Ellison for tenure. Morgan started teaching at Liberty Elementary in the fall of 2020, and she navigated the challenges of teaching kindergarten during that year exceptionally well. Morgan loves to incorporate technology into her lessons, and she has done a great job of also teaching other teachers how to incorporate technology into their lessons. She has led several professional learning sessions on that, and we're very proud of her for that. She also has been a really big part of several school-wide initiatives here at Liberty. She is a member of our school-wide PBIS team and was really a very integral part in helping us revamp our reward ticket system. She has also been the choreographer and the acting coach for our school musical. That is a huge production every year in May. She just loves all things Liberty and has really added so much to our school culture. And it is absolutely my pleasure to recommend her for tenure. Pleasure to recommend Ms. Claire Franks for tenure. Claire has been teaching since 2019 and was actually a student teacher here at Liberty Elementary underneath Miss Maddox. Something that I love about Claire is that she is fun. She loves adventure, and she brings that to her classroom. When you walk by her room, students are actively engaged. They're having fun in the classroom, and it's because Ms. Franks is having fun in the classroom. Something that is definitely a strength of hers is her ability to build relationships and connect with students. As we know, children aren't cookie cutter kids, and she looks specifically for things to celebrate in children. She celebrates children for who they are and really sees them, and she lifts up their strengths in the classroom to help them be successful. Ms. Franks has had several leadership roles here at Liberty Elementary. She has served as the 4th grade team lead. She is currently STAR secondary handler. She believes completely in our therapy dog program and was happy to help Ms. Maddox with that. And she was also on our PBIS building level team and helped really kind of shape our PBIS program for several years. So it's just an honor for me to be able to recommend Ms. Franks for tenure this year. It is my pleasure to recommend Ms. Mary Catherine Brown for tenure this year. Ms. Brown has been teaching since 2019, and all of those years have been here at Liberty Elementary School. She has such a heart for her students and for the entire Liberty community. It's just been so much fun to watch her really pour in to her students and to our school. One of her most endearing qualities is the way that she responds to feedback and to challenges. Dr. Davenport and I both have seen tremendous leadership potential in Ms. Brown, and we have pushed her a little bit into some leadership roles, and she has just absolutely excelled in those roles. She currently serves as the 2nd grade team lead and is leading that PLC beautifully, one of the strongest PLCs that we have at Liberty. She is also a mentor to our Pride Peers, which is a student leadership club for 3rd and 4th grade students. She was one of the founding members of that club. And she is also on our Writing Revolution leadership team. So this team went through extensive training. She asked for the training, and then she has given presentations to our faculty, and then also did some district-wide presentations on our November professional learning day. So she's really pushing herself in that leadership capacity. I'm very, very proud of her, and it is just an honor to recommend her for tenure.
I am pleased to recommend Charlene Major for tenure at Moore Elementary. She is a 4th grade ELA teacher, and she is amazing with all things reading, writing, literacy is her passion. She has taught both 3rd and 4th grade here at Moore. She always makes every minute count. She is very data driven, and she is always using student data to make sure she's providing appropriate interventions or enrichments, and is always collaborating with her colleagues. Even has led a lot of professional learning for our district, especially around Writing Revolution. So she is very student focused. Her student performance is indicative of all that she does day in and day out for her students. So I'm very excited to recommend Ms. Mayer for tenure at Moore Elementary. So Christina Swart is up for tenure at Moore Elementary this year, and it is my privilege to recommend her for tenure. She has a very deep-rooted math knowledge, but also has 15 years of experience that she brings with her. Her passion and her commitment to teaching and to her students is top-notch. She is a level 5 teacher. She's a former Teacher of the Year for Franklin Special. She is a part of our guiding coalition and is a great leader for her professional learning team. Lots of data-driven conversations that happen under her leadership, and she's even been accepted into the administrative intern program here at FSD for the semester. So I am very excited to recommend Christine Sport for tenure at Moore Elementary.
I'm thrilled to recognize Claire Ashford as a senior candidate in the Franklin Special District. Claire has always been data-driven, both looking at data for her students, for her team, and for our school as a whole. As a result of her focus on data, Curriculum Associates just last year named her an extraordinary educator. And in fact, she was one of only in the state of Tennessee. As focused as she is on data, she is equally as driven and committed to be a collaborative teammate. And I have no doubt that she'll continue to be an extraordinary educator in our district in years to come. It is an honor to recognize Lydia Fogg for tenure in the Franklin Special School District. In fact, Lydia is a product of the FSD. Since she arrived here, she's never once hesitated to invite support personnel into her classroom to collaborate with her. Her classroom environment is always stellar. She has an excellent management strategies that she utilizes with students. And just this year, she attended the PLC Institute and has come back, leading that work and continuing to keep the collaboration and the momentum alive surrounding our PLC work. I have no doubt Lydia will continue to be a shining star in our district, and I'm thrilled to recognize her as a tenure candidate. It is without reservation that I recommend Mr. Kaylin Gilly for tenure in the Franklin Special District. Kaylin does an incredible job regularly incorporating students' cultures and interests into the lessons he teaches. Since his arrival, our after-school music club has been elevated beyond measure with all of the different instruments that he incorporates along with vocals. And he is incredibly collaborative, also always spearheading a thematic unit with the related arts team, culminating in a project that he both writes, produces, and directs around the middle of the year for them to present to the students, which is a highlight of their year. In addition, since Mr. Gilly has been at Poplar Grove, he has already been named Teacher of the Year and has become a National Board Certified Teacher. No doubt he will continue to learn, grow, and thrive in our district.
Members of the board and Dr. Snowden, it is a pleasure to recommend Dr. Candy Jones Marshall for tenure in the Franklin Special District. Prior to joining Freedom Intermediate School, she taught for 8 years at Longview Elementary in 3rd and 4th grade. During her service at FIS, she has earned recognition as a National Board Certified Teacher, has been selected for the district's Leadership Intern Program, and has led school and district trainings on EL best practice. Working to support English language learners and core content teachers aligns well with her favorite aspect of teaching, which is witnessing students grow as she builds relationships and help students connect their learning to their lives. Granting Dr. Marshall tenure will not only validate her contributions to our students, it ensures many more will benefit from her expertise and passion. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Charles Farr. I'm the principal of Freedom Middle School, and I have the distinct honor tonight to congratulate and recommend Allison Wright for tenure. Allison has been with us for 5 years, and throughout her time here, she's got a lot of great strengths, starting specifically in the classroom. She's just one of the best teachers that I've ever observed with the instruction within her classroom. She was an ALA teacher when we hired her with many years of experience when she decided she wanted to do science. And she has done science like she's done it for 20 years at a high level. She is a level 5 teacher. Her growth, regardless of what student she's teaching, is always at the highest at level 5 as well. She's shown great leadership both in the building and in the district. In the building, she is the mainstay and the leader of our strongest professional learning team. At the district level, she's a model teacher, as well as she served on the district committee to evaluate our behavior classroom management practices. She served as our rep for that. There's just so many great things about Allison that she's done in her years here. that really make her deserving of this distinct honor of receiving tenure in the Franklin Special District. And I'm just honored to be the one to be able to recommend that tonight to our board. Thank you.
Okay, you have seen and heard about some talented individuals here that are being recommended for tenure. It is my pleasure now to congratulate and recommend all 12 of these teachers for tenure in the Franklin Special District.
Thanks, sir. Is there a motion to approve the recommendation from Dr. Snowden for the tenure teachers?
Motion to approve. See how I beat all you all want to do that?
Council. Second, Ms. Bell. Any discussion? Do a roll call vote. Ms. Townsend?
You said discussion quickly?
Yeah.
One thing, I'm so happy my wife, 33 years here. Oh, we've been together 33 years, married 27. When she came in, I said, wow, you came to see me? Just no, I'm here to support my Liberty people who have been for 10 years.
Thank you, Mr.
But anyway, now time to vote.
Yes.
Kevin Townsend, yes.
Ms. Parker?
Yes.
Mr. Blair, yes. Ms. Bell?
Yes.
Mr. Stillings? Ms. Newton?
Strong yes.
All right. Well, in agreement, we are approved. Thank you, everybody.
If we could, if your tenure teachers would come up and we'll take a short break along so that board members can congratulate you. And then afterwards, go towards the back and Suzanne is going to take a group picture. Right? Suzanne's back there waving. So come on up front if you will, teachers.
Those families of tenured teachers, if you wish to leave, you may do so. If you're with Leadership Franklin, move up to the front row. Snowden.
Yes, as we're continuing with our meeting, I wanted to make sure we recognize principals for the videos, but also the people behind the cameras, Amber and Shelley. Anybody else that help with the, or was it just Amber and Shelley? That's what I was thinking. So thank you. And then for Ms. Roberts and her staff and HR for putting all the paperwork together and coming up with, or at least participating in the idea about the videos. So Ms. Roberts and staff, thank you for that. Our next item, surplus property authorization, as well as publishing the legal requirement notices and then authorizing a real estate committee to negotiate a listing agreement with our brokers. Since we vacated that property, it is now a good time to surplus and move on with that. So that's my recommendation.
All right, we have a recommendation. Is there a motion?
I'd like to move that we declare the old central office at 507 New Highway 96 as surplus property, and we authorize the real estate committee to publish the legally required notices for sale and to empower the real estate committee to negotiate a listing agreement with real estate broker.
Okay.
I'll second that motion.
All right. You heard Mr. Stilling's motion, and Ms. Bell makes a second. Is there discussion?
There is. Tim, you're on that committee that works with those who are going to list this property. And I've expressed before concern that if you just go by the traditional method of paying them, that's a high number when, and I know it's got some skill involved, but it's a high number. Any thought to changing that relationship so it's not the normal 6% or whatever?
Well, yeah, it's all subject to negotiation. We have the brokers that helped us on the Battle Avenue property. If they're interested, they've done a presentation and submitted a proposed listing agreement. I fielded some interest from 2 other brokers, and I've told them the process and referred on. So we should be hearing from them sometime this week. But as I mentioned to begin with, it's all subject to negotiation, and we just want to see how it plays out. But I understand your point, and we'll keep that in mind.
Thank you. Any other discussion? I have a motion by Mr. Stillings and a second by Ms. Bell. Let us do a roll call vote. Mr. Newman?
Yes.
Mr. Stillings?
Yes.
Ms. Bell?
Yes.
Mr. Blair, yes. Ms. Parker?
Yes.
Mr. Townsend?
Yes.
We are approved. Thank you, sir. Mr. Newman?
Item number 3 is the 25-26 tuition rates. Current rate for those students that are out of district but within Williamson County per year for the first child and $1,000 per additional sibling. Current rates for students living outside of Williamson County are $4,000 per year. We recommend keeping the tuition rates the same for the 2025-2026 school year.
Thank you, sir. You've heard the recommendation of Dr. Snowden. Is there a motion to approve?
Barker, motion to approve tuition rates.
Barker with a motion to approve. Is there a second? Second. Mr. Stillings, is there discussion? Seeing none, let us vote. Mr. Townsend?
Yes.
Ms. Barker?
Yes.
Mr. Larry, yes. Ms. Bell?
Yes.
Mr. Stillings? Yes. Ms. Newman?
Yes.
We are approved. Thank you. Snowden? No. Yeah, then you're up.
And after we review the annual report for 2023-2024 submitted by the Director of Schools, at the January board meeting, we asked the board members to go ahead and score on the individual score sheets the director's performance, and they were returned to the executive assistant, who averaged the scores with the rules set aside forth by the board, that being the highest score knocked out, low score knocked out, and then there's an average for the different categories of the remaining votes, other remaining scores. With that, doctors, that's how you determine how much of a bonus to be received, if any. Based on the composite score, he received a 98.25%. Of course, that's out of 100%. With that, Dr. Stone is eligible to receive 100% of the bonus pool as a 100% of the bonus pool as a performance bonus, which is equal to 10% of his current salary. So that's a process. That's a score. By the way, those of you who are new to this process, I do it because it's sort of what I do as a board member. Since I'm the director of HR for the city of Franklin, I thought maybe I wouldn't mess this up, and I don't think I did. Did the right thing. It's a 98.25%. So with that, I would like to make a motion that to approve Dr. Stone's performance bonus of 100% of the bonus pool available based on his composite score of 98.25%, which is equal to, again, 10% of his current salary. So that's my motion.
I'll second.
I have a question. Dr. Stone, do you recall what the highest score you ever received has been?
No, sir. I'm just happy to still have a job.
I think you just keep getting better and better every year.
No comment.
All right. Any other discussion?
I just want to say it's an honor every year to be able to look at our annual report, look at all the best practices that Dr. Snowden has done over the course of the year, and evaluate it, and to see exactly what he's done, because, as you know, he is our one hire, and it is such a joy to be able to fill that out and to submit it, because we are very grateful for his work and for the team that he has surrounding him. And we say it every year, Dr. Snowden, but we are extremely grateful for you.
I'm going to add that when we go to meetings across the state or the national level even, and we tell people that Dr. Davidson is our superintendent, they're like, oh, aren't you lucky? And they always speak so highly of you. Even today, we were talking to someone at our table, and, you know, it speaks volumes when people know your reputation. And, of course, we're thankful we have probably the longest standing superintendent I know in the state, could be in the nation, because they don't stick around that long usually, so we're so appreciative.
I would like to add, and this more specifically just, it speaks to your character, but was definitely exemplified Saturday at our board retreat. We just met with legislators, and you shifted the conversation to moving forward, in spite of frustrations and things not turning out the way we had hoped or advocated for. You look forward and not necessarily licking wounds, but moving us forward, leading us forward, and I appreciate that.
Yeah. All right. We have a motion and a second on the floor. Any other discussion? Seeing none, Mr. Council, what say ye?
Yes.
Ms. Barker?
Yes.
Ms. Blair? Yes. Ms. Bell?
Yes.
Mr. Stillings?
Yes.
Ms. Newman?
Yes.
You have your bonus. We are approved. Any comment from you, Dr. Snow?
Thank you for allowing me that. First of all, I'm very appreciative of the scores, the evaluation scores, but I'm going to push back a little bit, Ms. Bell. That annual report, and I know you did say this as well, but that encompasses the work of these individuals in this room, the teachers in the classroom, our other employees, our bus drivers. This work is a team, and without great support, then what I do would be negligible. So I just want to make sure we recognize the people that work so diligently in the school district on behalf of our students. And I'm just blessed to be a part of this team, and I'm so thankful and so grateful. And with that said, we're able to do a lot of great things in this district, and this board has allowed me to, well, I guess I say this every year, you allow me, if I want to donate the bonus back, to have some flexibility in how those monies are spent. And so I would like to, again, donate that money back to the district with the understanding that you will allow me to have some flexibility in what programs that support. So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Can he do that, legal counsel?
Yes, he can.
Okay.
Is this his first time doing that?
I think so.
Now, how many years in a row is that? All of them. All of them. Well, I could just give next steps. For the board, we need to meet prior to, ideally before the first budget work session, to revise the performance objectives for 25-26. And so with that, Carol will be sending out some possible dates for us to consider.
Thank you, sir. All right. Dr. Snow?
Yes, item number 5, policy revision. This is a second reading in Roman and Advanced Courses 4.205. Revisions for all the updates to the program from our Administrative Honors Committee, with slight adjustments to the policies and procedures for the honors program this fall. As a result, the honors program guidelines and its corresponding board policy have been updated. There were no changes requested by the board upon first reading. We recommend approval of the second reading.
Thank you, sir. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Bell, is there a second? Stillings, all in favor? Any discussion? All in favor? We are approved. Dr. Snowden?
Item number 6 is a policy revision, promotion and retention 4.603, also a second reading. TSBA provided updates to this policy through the State Board of Education updating regulations. It's November meeting. Parents, guardians who choose to retain their K through 2nd student must submit a written request within 30 days of the end of the school year. If the student is not eligible for voluntary retention under state law, the district is now required to respond to the parent guardian in writing. We've added a provision on this requirement to our model policy. There were no changes after the first reading. We recommend approve the second reading.
Thanks, sir. Is there a motion to approve? Ms. Newman, is there a second?
Second.
Barker, is there a discussion? All right, all in favor? Thank you. We are approved, Dr. Snow.
Item number 7 is a policy revision background investigations 5.1061. This is a first reading. TSBA has provided model policy guidance for revisions to this policy and revisions outlining options that districts may choose. Revisions follow FSD practice. In 2018, the Tennessee General Assembly passed a law requiring background checks every 5 years for teachers or other positions requiring proximity to children. This requirement was intended to be removed for district employees upon acceptance into the Federal Bureau of Investigation RAP-PAC program. As Tennessee has now been accepted into this program, employees must be enrolled in it. Other categories of individuals who may have proximity to children, substitutes, contractors, volunteers, may also continue to go through the regular background check process. Also, we may choose to enroll them in the RAP back program as well. We recommend approval of the first reading.
Thanks, sir. There a motion to approve? Mr. Siblings, is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Townsend, is there a discussion?
So does that mean we eliminate the every 5-year check if they're in the wrap back program? Which, do you know what that stands for?
I do not. Ms. Roberts, I'm putting you on the spot. You have the
Oh, that's okay. Just wondered, do we still have to do the every 5-year? Or this is supposed to eliminate the every 5-year program.
Yeah, we don't have to depend on the employee telling us because this program automatically updates. If someone does something that violates the law, then we get notified automatically.
Thank you. Any other discussion? We have a motion and a second. All in favor? We are approved. Thank you, Dr. Snowden. Director of Schools report, Dr. Snowden.
Yes, and I'll try to remember to remind you, but Susanna's going to take your picture for your new ID. If you will, stick around, I think, out in the hallway after the meeting. First of all, I want to thank the board for the board retreat this past Saturday. Dr. Barker just mentioned that. I also like to recognize and thank Dr. Decker and Dr. Eschlinger for their part in that, Ms. Riordan for taking good care of us and organizing in the food. Susanna was a part of that program as well, and then Drew Bingham. So really appreciate the discussions that we had on Saturday. As Dr. Barker said, we had some good discussions with our legislators, and as we know, we don't always see eye to eye on legislation, but it's good to have that discussion. And we had all 4 of our representatives, the senator and 3 representatives, with us. So that's good that they took time out of their busy schedule to be with us on Saturday. Also, we said this on Saturday, and I should have said this early in the meeting so everyone would have heard this. But we learned last week that the Franklin Special School District is the only school district in Tennessee to offer an introduction to aerospace course for high school credit. So think about that, folks. We are the only school district that has that introduction to aerospace offered as a high school credit course in the state of Tennessee. So thanks, Dr. Wentworth, for helping to research that and find out. We thought we might be, but he verified that last week. Also, Retiree Valentine's Day brunch is February the 13th. We're looking forward to welcoming our retirees at this event. The FSDEA co-sponsors the brunch, and our leadership group will also serve as hosts. The food and culinary department will be preparing a wonderful brunch. I'd also like to thank Robin and her folks for tonight's reception. The LES choral students will perform, and the FSDEA will be helping checking in and hosting along with some of the LES PTO members. And thanks also to Liberty personnel. You know, when you have a large group coming in, they need places to park. So LES personnel are being displaced somewhat in their parking. I'm hoping the rain will be over with by then because that's not going to be really popular to do that. But Ms. Patton, thanks for working on that. And so we hope your schedule might allow you to join us Thursday at Liberty. If so, we'll be glad to see you. That's always a good time at retirees. I've never seen so many smiles. So obviously retirement is providing them a very happy life, or seeming to anyway. President's Day is February the 17th. That is a student holiday, but our teachers will be spending the day in professional learning at the school level. Also, African American History Month and multicultural events. Our schools are recognizing the contributions of many outstanding African American men and women throughout so instrumental in providing some scholarships over the years for a student as well as recognizing a community member. This will be a personalized gift by Freedom Middle on February the 14th. At least that's the tentative schedule, but that may change. FSD enrollment period February 3rd to February the 17th. The AutoZone preview window for open seats in each school that are in addition to currently attending students is online. February the 28th, schools are scheduling online for attendance at their open house on this day. And people can go to the website to sign up for a time visit. February the 17th through March the 19th, that's our out-of-zone application request period. In addition, out-of-district and out-of-county applications will be accepted during this period, but will not be considered until the registration for in-zone students. March 3rd to the 31st, we'll have enrollment for current and new in-district students, which include current out-of-zone students attending the same school as this year. And then beginning March 3rd, running concurrently, will be applications for all children ages 3 through 5 for voluntary pre-K, peer model, and preschool, all of which require an early childhood evaluation and qualification. And then April 11th is our kindergarten kickoff for all schools, and communications have begun going out to all families regarding this entire registration process. Also, Carol as we've mentioned before, we have the COSP National Conference, March 20th through the 24th in Atlanta. We also are very fortunate at that conference to be represented well by our school district. Dr. Decker and Dr. Wingers have been selected to present a session entitled Data Practices That Reach New Heights for Students, and Dr. Amber Whitley and Drew Bingham were selected to present a session entitled Connecting the Pieces of Instruction and Technology, two departments with one goal. So that's pretty special when you have two groups of people that are going to be representing the Franklin Special District at the national conference. Thank you, and don't forget your pictures. Have your picture for your ID.
Thank you, sir. Any questions for Dr. Snow? All right. Teaching and learning.
Nothing additional, sir. Thank you.
All right. Dr. Gaspar.
Yes, so you have been providing your HR financial reports for the month. January collections reflect a 5.8% increase month to month and a 4.4% increase year to year on the sales tax report, if you'll notice that. So we've had a couple of good months of collections.
Thanks, sir.
I have a comment. Actually, I like the addition on the personnel report of advanced degrees being sought. I don't know if it's the first month we've added that. First month I noticed it, but it's I think it's good because it helps us realize the individuals in the district who are obtaining advanced degrees and how we fund the pool of money each year that helps support that.
Yes, sir.
If I may say one other thing, and I won't point out the people in this room, but there were some teachers who earned tenure tonight that they were students of some of the administrators or some of the employees in this building, in this room tonight, but we won't point out Mr. DeMumrum as one of them. Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't supposed to do that. Did he leave, or is he back there anywhere? He left, so I'm glad I said that.
Okay. Any announcements from the board?
I do want to say thank you for everyone who worked on those videos. They were great, yes, and it was just very efficient. So I appreciate all the work behind the scenes on that as well. And principals, you did a great job talking up your peeps.
All right. Any other comments from the board? Mr. Towns?
Just one thing. At the next board meeting, hopefully, will be a motion I put on there. We'll talk about changing the time that we have these school board meetings. And I did that based on the fact, let me be clear, no one approached me, no one is trying to say, Kevin, can you change the time? And Dr. Stone was clear that the administrators will show when they need to show. But as I thought about this, I did do this because anyone asked me, and I've had zero feedback since I announced at the last school board meeting. I want to make sure that it's what people want to happen. So I encourage you to either reach out to me or other school board members, Dr. Stone, whatever, whomever you would like to reach out to, give them your thoughts, because I don't think it's appropriate for me to reach out to you and ask you. I don't think we should do a poll, but I think we have feelings about it. I think we'd like to know. It'd be awful if I do this to help you. It's like, Kevin, you're killing me. That's when I eat. So let me know your thoughts, or let someone know your thoughts. Oh, yes, thanks. I could probably tell you we were going to move it to noon. No, it's not true. We're going to move it back from 6:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Therefore, those few times we have, I know we changed how we do it, that we have earlier meetings, like 30 minutes earlier. It's still 5:30, not 4:30. That initially I started off suggesting maybe 5:15, and you all quickly told me that this wasn't sustainable. So anyway, I just want to throw that out there. That's all I have.
Thanks, sir. Any other comments from the board? If not, then we are dismissed.